Morning. Welcome to Daily Dose of Jeff. It is Tuesday of our OBX trip 2025. I didn't even have my first sip yet. Coffee. We're going to review what went on so far in the trip. For those of you who really care about my life that much, we're here till Saturday, so we'll be leaving Saturday. But yesterday was a scorcher. I'd say 95 degrees. Woke up, came out here, did a review. You can go check that one out if you want to. Then we headed to the beach, I think around 11 o'clock. Had to take a trolley. So a little really nice trolley comes right down the road here, stops right at your house. And so all of us went, except the parents. They stayed here. And Jenny, she didn't go. My sister-in-law, she doesn't like the beach. And I made a huge mistake. So I have these sandals I didn't wear before. And little did I know that here I'll show you, the left sandal was fully tightened, but the right one wasn't. Now, it probably doesn't look that bad, but you can see there, as I'm walking, I'm carrying, I like to bring an anti-gravity chair. We didn't bring a cooler, and my son Jaden, he doesn't go in the water really, so he was fully clothed, and thank goodness I grabbed a water bottle at the last second, and that's all the liquid that me and him had to share. He didn't bring anything, so we were sparingly taking sips. It got really hot, and it wasn't fun, but you can see that on my foot, the left sandal, as I'm walking, it's just tearing my skin off, and walking through the sand made it that much worse. And next thing I know, I had an open flesh wound, and I didn't feel too comfortable about going into the water. And so I started researching it as we set up shop on the beach. It got hot really fast, and even though my chair has a little shade blocker for your face, but still, it was scorching. And without going into the ocean, it made it really hot, and not having any water, barely taking sips, didn't make it a pleasant adventure. So we left there. I'd say we stayed there about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 tops. I didn't go in the water. Jaden didn't. Got some good rays though, really good rays. But once I looked at the shoe and I loosened up the strap, then it was a lot better on the way home. But still, the damage was done, and I didn't want to go in and take a chance of any kind of bacteria or whatever getting inside of me. Apparently, everybody was saying that the water was so clear that you could see all the way down to the bottom, which I really think we're going to go tomorrow, and I'll check it out. It was like that in Clearwater when I went down to Florida before, and yeah, I'm surprised that it was all the way up here that clear. So we went home, which felt amazing getting on that air-conditioned trolley. Gave the lady a $5 Venmo tip. She was a great driver. And we just chilled out at the house. I went down into the pool here. And let me tell you, if you could see that green float, see that green avocado? Oh man, laying on that was like heaven on earth. But I knew, whoever lays on that, my brother-in-law loves to prank, and he fills up bags of water and throws them on the person who's down there. So I knew sooner or later I was going to get discovered. Nobody even knew I went down to do that. I had the pool to myself, but I had to keep an eye out because I knew I was going to get pranked sooner or later, which kind of stunk. I couldn't fall asleep like I wanted to. It was really, really peaceful, but I heard a little sound, which had nothing to do with them. They did sneak up, my wife and her brother, all the way up here on the 3rd floor. But I heard another sound and just made me peek my eye up. And sure enough, I caught him at the perfect time before he got to the edge and foiled their attack. My wife was trying to record it. She had her phone out. And so I avoided that, got out of the pool, and just chilled on one of those chairs over there. I'll try to wait till they're out of the house and I'll go back in. Man, it was so... I really just wanted to lay there for hours and just fall asleep. It was so relaxing with the feet in the water, which kept it cool, and just floating around on that thing. Oh, man, incredible. So who cooked last night? My brother-in-law and his wife cooked. Everybody's taking a turn. We already went. We did ribs Sunday. And they made really nice fajitas with shrimp and chicken. Had a great dinner. And then we played cornhole. And that was really awesome. I haven't played in years. And they had 2 sets of cornhole stations side by side. And my wife and I partnered up. And my father-in-law and my brother-in-law's son, I guess he's my nephew, they teamed up. They were really good. So we actually made it to the championship game because we got pretty much a free ride the way it worked out. We just had to beat my mother-in-law's team, who she never played before, so it was an easy win, and the next thing I know, we're in the championship. But I was really awful at trying to find a stroke, But finally I discovered halfway through, we got to the championship game against my father-in-law and my nephew, and we're getting killed early. It was, playing up to 21, it was like 16-0 in a blink, because my nephew plays on a cornhole team at school, so he's really good. And we played on their side that they're used to with their bags, so they really had a tremendous advantage. We played on the right side, so we had to play on the left, where they were fully warmed up. They've played their 3rd match, and against us was the 3rd match. And I discovered halfway through that if I extend my arms and reach to the sky on each throw, it made a world of difference. It's kind of like a follow-through. Because I was playing pool, and the more I followed through with the stroke, the better I shot. So I said, let me try it with cornhole, because nothing was landing. Everything was missing. I mean, it was 16-0. Looked like we were getting wiped out. Well, once I discovered this, I started pinpointing my shots. And next thing I know, we blink, and we're right there. It was like they got up to 20, but then they threw it in. So they went back to 17. And next thing I know, it's 17-17. I'm hitting threes, and Cheryl's throwing good, and we got it to 20-20. And then my wife got the last shot to go to 21, and we started celebrating. Thought we won the whole thing, but I didn't realize that my nephew still had 1 shot left. So we're celebrating, and they're like, whoa, wait a second. Now it's pretty dark at this point. And he had 1 shot left. We already celebrated, and then we were told to wait. So of course he hits his last shot. He gets it on in the dark. So now we got to go to overtime. And we went back and forth a few times, and then it came to the last shot. My father-in-law got one on, and they were up 1, and it came down to me in the dark, and I threw it up. And I was hoping all I had to do was land it on the board anywhere, and it hit and went off, and they won by 1. It was a really exciting match, and the pressure was on. I'm just glad we made them sweat. I'm glad we took it to the very end after being down like 16 or 17-0. And it was a lot of fun. So cornhole really can be a fun game. A lot of fun. So. And then after that, we just went to bed pretty early. So I'm out here. Now we're Tuesday, and I think I'm just going to take a day off from the beach Yesterday was brutal. It was brutal. So I think I'm going to walk up to and try to get my son and I will walk up to the basketball court, workout facility area, and just explore, walk around, whatever. We kept fighting with the people to get a golf cart out here. Everybody's renting golf carts so you can ride up to the basketball area, but they just keep giving us the runaround, and we just canceled it out. So no golf cart. Maybe we'll take our bikes, go up, and I'm thinking about doing the beach tomorrow. Probably be the last beach day. Well, maybe Friday. Maybe tomorrow and Friday we'll make the last beach day. Thursday we do our family dinner at some fancy seafood restaurant. So just enjoying it. It's beautiful. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. I love sitting up here in the morning with my coffee and just enjoying this very loud sound. I don't know what they're doing over there, but Outer Banks 2025. Thanks for watching Daily Dose of Jeff.